Hey, hey, hey. Hey, okay. Out to the pay, for the grass is always greener. I don't do no labels, I call it how I see it. Okay, out to the pay, for the grass is always greener. I don't do no labels, I call it how I see it.
It's crazy though I didn't realize how many people were like, I guess they call it sober curious, but I didn't know how many people were like interested in not drinking until I started like my journey. Then I would talk about it, and then people were like, dang, like I wish I could do that. And I'm like, you can. Or some people would be like, yeah, I'm gonna stop doing it. Or one time, it was actually me and Jet went to, it was like after Larry June showed up. No, we went to this party, and we met this promoter. He already knew the promoter, but the promoter was like, do you want a shot? And I was like, no, I don't drink. And he was like, me either. And I'm looking at him like, hold on, so we in this club.
you promoting all this.
Party, and we here, and these drunk ladies are behind you. Like, first I was like, okay, that's a little predatory, but okay. I see what you're doing, I guess. We on the same page. But he was like, I couldn't do this if I drank. And I was like, no, I feel you.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense.
For real.
That party lifestyle is a different breed when you start hitting them older ages.
Right, and he was definitely an older guy.
Yeah, I don't get how people do it for that long.
Yeah.
I was over at like 25.
Yo.
I was like, yo, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Probably before that, honestly.
Tap out. 24 was my last year. It was like partying like every week.
Oh,
Yeah.
But I even took a break between like maybe like 21 and like 23. Yeah. I used to be outside.
Yeah, I definitely used to be outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sometimes I even like see pictures of myself and I'm like, yo. I think that's it too, yo. And then I remember my first night going out sober. And I remember like people that I would be like partying with. And no shade, because they're living their lives, you know what I'm saying? I don't shade people that drink still, but like I just remember like someone that I like used to really party with. I saw them out and they were lit. And I'm sober and I'm looking at them and I'm like, damn, I used to look like that. Like she's slurring her words and stuff. And I'm like, like, you know, but she was having a good time. I mean, I ain't gonna hold her, but I definitely was like, that's not for me anymore.
That self-reflection, man.
Yeah.
Kick in.
That definitely, it was a reflection moment for me, for sure. Yeah. Nah, you just feel better, though.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, I think this is the first time I've drank maybe like a month and a half.
No. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know you was drinking.
Yeah.
Matt Incognito over there. Like, I'm gonna just sip mine.
a little sip. But
Yeah,
and I'm just like, yo, like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's just like you feel your body changing.
Definitely.
It's like,
Definitely.
good on that. I need my health is my wealth.
For sure. But then I'm happy that I did. I mean, when I was out the country, like I said, I had like a glass of champagne. But like, I realized then after that champagne too that I was like, oh, I am over this. Like that was another confirmation for me that would be like, okay, not that I wasn't even like feeling it, but I was just like, yeah, I can still go without this. Like it was definitely like something I was like, yeah, okay, I'm good. Yeah.
No, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I limit it to social drinking, and I feel it affect me. So it's like,
That's how I am.
I'm like, I don't know how people do this shit every day.
I think, it was last year I did like my 6-month sober journey.
Really?
Smoking and drinking. But like I said, drinking is more so a social thing. Like, it's not really for me regardless.
Yeah.
It was like not smoking for them 6 months. That was
doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know people that...
After like 3 months though, it was cool.
I've never really been a smoker. Like, I know like people that do smoke on the regular, they get agitated, they get like... Yeah, they nervous be irked.
Like if I got stuff to do, then I'm not gonna smoke. But if I got time, then
yeah. I wish I could be a smoker though.
I used to want to be.
It makes me paranoid as hell.
Yeah, I know people that say
yo,
that.
there's no.
I feel like me
even
and
before
like
I would hit, I'd be like my heart would be like, I'm like, oh, I'm about to be high. I'm about to be lit. Like, I'm about to be high as hell. Who knows where the night's gonna go? Like like I'm putting in God's hands now.
Word.
Oh my God. I used to really feel like a weirdo.
Man, I was smoking. I was in high school. Just like after basketball season, we was at the McDonald's on Main Street.
I feel like it always ends at a McDonald's.
Yo, when I
either end up at a McDonald's
end
or
up at a
Denny's.
McDonald's at
McDonald's
some
or
point.
Denny's.
I was paranoid as shit, and I'm like, yo, this dude behind me, like, yo, this nigga mad close, like,
Yeah, that's it. Like people be mad. I be feeling like people too close. And I'm not even that kind of person either.
Yeah.
That's just, it be tripping me out, man.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. At that time, I'm like, let me smoke through it. Maybe I'm not smoking enough.
I need to smoke more.
Yeah.
I was an edible person at one point though. I can't still do an edible once in a while.
I can't do edibles.
See, I can't smoke, but I can do an edible. I feel like that's like a thing, right? Yeah.
Because edibles, you can't really control it. It's like you don't know when it's gonna hit you. You don't know how much you can take.
That's why I can enjoy it.
Yeah, you don't know when it's gonna end.
I can enjoy it though, because I feel like when I'm like, oh shit, it's the motion of all of it just tear me up. Dog. It's over. It's over. Hell no. Them shrooms though.
Oh yeah. You know what you get into.
Yeah, I'm due for a shroom trip. I was just telling him that like I think last week. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm due for one too. I've been putting it off.
I think the last time was September for me. September.
Yeah. Mine was probably like February.
February? Really? Wow, you are, dude.
I think mine's been like a year or two.
Yeah.
And it's like I've microdosed
in
between, but it's just like a big trip. Like I think the last time I had these called pan cayennes. And those are like what the shamans use in like South Africa.
Nelson knows so much about everything.
I know a little bit about
walking encyclopedia.
Yo, like I took these. I probably took like I think I took like 5 grams.
Really?
It was such a like. It's like it grabs you, and it takes you for this trip, and it's like
5 grams.
Yes, okay. And it was just like yo. And I've taken more. I've taken like multiple 7-gram trips, but these ones in particular are like the strongest, like considered like the strongest in the world. Right. So I'm just like, I didn't have a bad trip, but it was difficult.
You were like that meme of that boy.
It's like, I literally was in the room. I'm in the doorway, like, all right, I'm still here. Like, and I'm just like, yo, it was one of those moments where I'm like, yo, like. I have to get a grip, and I'm just like once I got back, I was just like it was definitely like insightful, definitely like beneficial, but it was just like it was very very intense.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm just
I don't
like
know if I want to feel that way.
It's worth it in my opinion because it's like it kind of like tests your fortitude type of thing. And it's one of those things where it's like what really got me into it is just like Egyptians, like. Most people don't know Egyptian culture is based off of like the mushroom.
Yeah, like, it's like even in the hieroglyphics.
Yeah, literally, and it's like, so it's like okay, they did what they were doing, and a lot of it was coming out of the mushroom. So it's like if you want to understand why they were doing things, like greatest civilization, black people, it's us. Right. So. If I want to understand.
If you're trying to build a pyramid,
you want to understand why they did what they did.
If you're trying to get on that,
you can.
Okay.
And it's just like, and with modern culture, it's like they glamorize it. They try to make it a party type of thing, and it's just like I'm super not with that.
Yeah.
But it's just like I like to learn stuff. I like to explore that. So it's definitely a tool to explore.
Yeah, like, definitely. You know what's interesting too is that so many people are like afraid. I know I was like afraid. Like I remember like,
it's white people
I was like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
This is gonna be this. Yeah, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna be outside with like Ray Ray and them. Like I'm not gonna come back from this. And yeah, definitely the microdose. I was like, oh, this is actually great. I feel amazing.
Yeah, and I'll be fully transparent. Like there are points in time where you're like, yo, this is like way too much. Like I don't know what's going on.
Yes,
like
I think I know
what these thoughts are. But it's like once you make it through, like you know it's gonna be anywhere from 6 to like 8 hours. So it's like once you come out, you're going to be fine. Like you literally cannot kill yourself with it. So it's like you'll be fine, but it's just like it's mentally taxing.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go through that.
Have you ever taken it in like a social setting?
I've been outside, like taking something like I prefer to do it like at home by myself. So I ain't interacting with a bunch of different people. Like you definitely want to be around people you're comfortable with. But no, I've done it. I've done it outside. Like I was with Hood Also like with Hood and Deja and like at Anti Gallery. What's the name? Just it was. I had a good time. It was. I got to a point where it's like, okay, I need to take a walk, and easily one of the funniest walks. Like laughing, joking.
You definitely need to be outside when you do it. Like you want to feel nature. You want to feel the trees.
The way the wind
everything.
feels on shrooms is next level. You just be like, thank you, wind.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like just the energy around. Period. You just feel more connected with the earth.
You're just. The reason why I like it is because you're really present. Like it really makes you present, and there's not many moments in time where we can feel that way.
Yeah, that's true.
I think the only other time I'm present is like washing dishes. Like that's the only time where I'm like right here, right now. You know. So that's a cool feeling.
Nah, absolutely,
definitely.
I think it's something that everybody should experience at least once.
Absolutely,
it'll provide clarity. Like it'll help you reflect.
Yeah,
all of that.
Definitely.
Do it safely.
Strain coming soon. And that was my promo. Oh man, we definitely I gotta get one going for sure.
I would love to sit down with a mycologist and really talk. Like,
yeah,
like we can't. Like, I know somebody where we could do that.
Yeah,
and it's just timing.
Yeah,
timing. When the time is right, they pass some more laws.
For sure.
I'll gladly do that.
For sure.
Well, let's introduce the podcast.
Yeah, let's introduce the podcast. About 15 minutes in. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode, No Label the Podcast. Here, my boy Nell.
Yo.
Special shout out to everybody that's been subscribing on YouTube as normal, liking on Instagram, sharing, commenting, Facebook, TikTok. We appreciate it as always. Nell, want to go ahead and get into the sponsor?
Absolutely. Shout out to Guapcoin.
Guapcoin.
The cryptocurrency for the culture. Man, understanding blockchain technology is one of those things that's vital for 2024, and you'll see it a lot in the news. You'll see it a lot in society. It's something we can't avoid. So get the education now. I ain't saying you got to buy it. Just educate yourself on what it is and how you're gonna use it. Your kids are gonna use it. Your grandkids. It's not going away. So absolutely something you need to get into. Today we're sitting down with one of my favorite people in Buffalo. I met her when I just came home from Cleveland. And I just came home from Cleveland, and I'm just like, I'm all out of sorts. Like, and I'm just like, I'm like, what is the world? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I just dropped out, and I met her, and I'm like, yo, like, this person's mad cool. I'm like, I guess there are good people out here, And I'm just like, and from there, she put me like amazing musical taste. She's a DJ, amazing musical taste. And I'm like, yo, like, I value that much in people. So it's just like, and on top of that, just like a dope human being.
Thank you.
So
You're making me cry.
Yeah, so we have the luxury of sitting down with YAMASTAY, aka DJ YAMA. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Buffalo is such a unique place with so many like people who like embrace art, and it's just like I love when I'm able to sit down with true, authentic people who like really
y'all really gonna make
push
me cry.
it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nelson has great intros. I need to just get an interview just so I get a Nelson. Right.
Word. So like. You also like massage therapist,
yeah,
and that too. So, but let's start with the music first.
Okay.
So, I always like to start with like, what high school did you go to?
I went to Charter High School for Applied Technologies.
Okay.
CSAT.
C-Chat. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So, were you dabbling in DJing while you were in high school?
Well, actually, I was in the drama club. So I was, and it was crazy because I actually started off as a singer. I could sing. So I was new. I was always in choir. I was always in the drama club. And it was a toss-up, though, because I was really good at art. But they were like, you could either do art or you could do select choir and be in drama club. And I was like, I got to choose. But I chose music. So, I used to do drama club. I was voted most likely to be famous and all types of stuff.
I can see it.
All types of stuff, yeah. I was always the lead in every single play we did. Always the lead. Always had solos. Always won the competitions and singing. So,
right.
But music was definitely it for sure for me.
What shied you away from singing?
Honestly, I think it was just, I don't know. I found DJing. It was one of my aunt, actually, she dated this guy and he had I don't know why he had DJ stuff. I don't know if he was a DJ or what, but like he would keep all his like stuff in the basement. And I remember one time I came downstairs and I was like, "What's this?" And it was like turntables. So I was down there, and I remember that it was Beanie Man. The first joint I ever mixed was a Beanie Man record for sure. Like,
Fire.
yeah, it was like good to go, and I kept going. I kept doing the drop. I kept doing good to go, over and over and over again. And then after that, I was like, yeah, I don't think I want to sing no more. I think I want to keep practicing with these records out here. So I used to be downstairs just practicing with records, or I would always have headphones on, just listening to music, finding new music. Yeah.
Is this in high school?
This was definitely high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just stopped singing and started focusing on
No, like I still continued up until like they would not let me stop either. Like people, they were like, "Okay, you gonna try for this one?" I'm like, "Yeah, I guess I'm gonna try for this one." Like, definitely. So I did it all the way up until senior year, and then after graduation, I went to my first music festival, and it was over. I came back a DJ. Like it was over. It was over. Yeah.
What festival?
Bonnaroo in Tennessee.
Okay.
Yo, first time. I think how old was I? I graduated at 17, so I had to be like 18 at the time when I went to the festival. Yo, changed my life. I was really into a band at the time. I was into Radiohead. I still am. I love Radiohead, if you know Radiohead. But yeah, I used to listen to Radiohead a lot, and I remember we followed that tour. So we went from Ohio first, and we drove to Tennessee. So we went to a show in Ohio to go see Radiohead, drove down to Tennessee, and who headlined that year? Kendrick Lamar headlined that year. Actually, I don't even think he headlined. I think he was just K-Dot, like, still. This was like 2010.
No.
He could have been headlining.
I think, yeah, he could have been headlining. I can't, I would have to, like, pull it up. But there was some dope art. Flying Lotus was there.
Come
like,
on.
it was sick. It was dope.
That's tough.
Yeah, it was definitely dope.
Yeah, so you was traveling early.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's like an interesting, I know when I was growing up, it was, people didn't leave Buffalo like that.
Yeah.
So
They
it's
didn't
like,
leave their side of town.
yeah.
You know what? I got a lot of opportunities early, like really early. Like I remember 19, that was the first time I even went to New York City, was when I was 19. But I came out to DJ. I DJ'd. It was for this show. Yo, the show was so funny. It was called Breaking Amish on TLC. On TLC. And TLC, like, I got the gig to come out there and, like, DJ this after party for this Breaking Amish. It was lit, though. It was downtown. I met 50 Cent's jeweler. I'm 19 years old. I had no business being. There were so many spaces I was like, yo, I had no business being in here. It was crazy. Then after that was, like, New York City. And then after that, where'd I go after that? Oh, I went back to Tennessee. I had to do a wedding in Tennessee, and it was just some random wedding. And that was the first time I ever drove by myself. I just went dolo. All these trips, I was just doing dolo. Then I did South by Southwest when I was, how old? Oh my God. I had to be 21. I was like 21, 22 at the time when I did, no, definitely 21. When I did South by Southwest. And I remember, I don't know if you know Marcy. Do you know Marcy? Yo, I remember I had money, but like, I couldn't like get up and do stuff, right? So I remember they paid for like my stay there at South by because I was gonna DJ for an artist down there, and they paid for me to like come down, but they were like, you just have to get your plane ticket, and I was like, bet. And I had a debit card at the time, but I had to ask Marcy to put it on her credit card. I didn't even have a credit card at the time. I was like still building. I had baby credit, you know what I'm saying? So I had a credit card, but I had already maxed that joint out when I was in Tennessee. Like it was like I was moving and grooving. Like and I didn't really know how to work my credit card, so I was just out here. So I remember I asked Marcy, and Marcy hated me at the time too. She didn't even like me. She didn't even like me. I was actually I met her through her ex, and her ex and I were friends, and it was just a whole thing. But I'm like, yo, Marcy, like, can you just put this plane ticket? Like, it was $500 to Austin. And I was like, can you put this $500 ticket? Like, I need it real bad. And she was like, I guess. Put it on there. It was lit. I was in South by. I met ASAP. I met, like, school. I met all these, like, celebrities. But I think that was what did it for me, where I was like, oh, this shit ain't shit. Like, that's when I realized that, like, it was smoke and mirrors. I think that's what did it, for sure.
Nah, that's a real...
That was a realization.
Yeah,
very
that's
early.
A lot of people don't even catch that.
No, it was very early for me.
Nah, that's
So what were you expecting it to be versus what it actually was that made you realize that it's not, like, it ain't shit. It ain't that big of a deal.
So, like, I had fun, but I think it was finally meeting people that I was like, yo, like, this is it. Like, you know, finally meeting, like, the people I was looking up to and like, not that they weren't a good person, but I'm a very good person when it comes to vibes. Like, I feel energy I'm a very empathic person, I should say. And I don't know if it was just the energy of just the surrounding people. It was just gross to me, honestly. Like, I wasn't feeling the vibes. Like, I came out there this real vibrant, happy, like, girl, you know? And then I'm coming out there, security was all crazy, and, like, I don't know. The energy was just, I don't know. It didn't match. It didn't match my vibration, I think.
That's real. And it's just like, I know, like, as long as I've known you, you've been like this person. Like, you've been like cheerful. You've been very conscious of like energies and stuff like that. A lot of people get tainted when they get around those celebrities and these big venues, thinking it's something bigger than what it is. Yeah. What's one of those things that allowed you to maintain yourself and your integrity?
I think I'm just now learning that, actually. So, like, because I'm still in spaces, you know what I mean? But I'm happy at the place that I'm at. I'm not like, here she is. I'm still can live my life and be private, and you know what I mean? But I think what I've just found out is that it's not that energy. It's my energy. Sometimes people aren't comfortable around good energy.
Facts.
If somebody's not, like, in their good space, good energy makes people uncomfortable. Yeah. It's not their bad energy making me uncomfortable. It's really the other way around, for real. That's real life. And I just am learning that. Like, just am learning that good energy makes people uncomfortable. So I'm like, oh, that's why I wasn't comfortable in that space, because you weren't even comfortable in that space. People are reflections of each other, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hell yeah, the light shines, dude.
For real.
The cockroach is scary.
And if it's a dark place and I'm over here like, I just got here.
They're like, why is she so happy?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was definitely, I don't know. I think that's definitely what turned me off, I think, to limelight or fame or all of that stuff. But the DJ journey was crazy, though.
Absolutely. So, like, you hit the road early.
Definitely early.
How'd you earn your stripes as a DJ, like, in Buffalo?
I think it was just the people I came up with. I think it was people allowing me to, like, gave me a shot, really. Like, honestly, I have to give, we don't speak anymore, but Psych was, like, one of my closest friends at one point. DJ Psych, I don't know if you know him.
Not too familiar.
But he definitely, like, put me on, for sure. Like, he would bring me out to gigs and, like, let me practice. Sometimes, like I said, I was not old enough to be in these clubs sometimes. So, like, I would just be, like carrying crates and just acting like I was a part of the crew. I remember one time he handed me a camera, and I was like, I don't know how to. He was like, just hold the camera and walk in with me, bro. Like, they're not gonna ID you. Just shut up and go. And I was
That's a cheat code. Get you a camera, you can get in a lot of places for free.
So then he would, like, dip off to the bathroom or something, or, you know, go talk to somebody. He'd be like, Keto, hold that down for a second. I'm like, like, I didn't care about drinking. I didn't care about doing none of that. I just wanted to play music. But yeah, it was like Psych. It was Derringer. It was Cutler. It was Low Pro. It was like a lot of the guys that, you know, are still DJing now, but are now like legends. Like, these were just like peers. These were just people that gave me a shot and was rocking with me. Milk, like, all of them. Yeah.
Shout out to DJ Milk.
Yeah, I just saw Milk. We went to I saw him at the disco. Yeah.
Okay, word. Man, like, and it's that's what I appreciate about you, is because it's like you have a very rich history, and it's just like you've been able to maintain yourself, and it's like that's such a thing that's needed, and so many people aspire to social media fame or just fame in general, and it's just like they get lost in the sauce.
Definitely,
they get lost in the sauce, and it's just like it's refreshing to see people who genuinely care about the music being able to thrive in music. Yeah. It's like, even like, well, recently we did the SOBs.
Yeah, we did SOBs.
SOBs in New York City. How was that show?
It was great. I messed up like twice though, and so I remember I said, I messed up like twice, but like nobody knew. Even Nelson, I'm like, Nelson, I messed up. He was like, bro, when? I was like, I definitely messed up, bro. And I, like, after the show, I just sat in the car, just was like, I'm ready to go. But no, I had a good time though. The energy was good.
No, it was a dope spot, and it's just like even when I'm in like new spaces, like that was a new experience for me. Like helping with the SOB show.
And whose show was it? The SOB show?
That was my best friend, Love the Genius. Shout out to Love the Genius.
Love.
Shout out to Love the Genius.
Hell yeah! And it's just like I'm watching how people just like are interacting, and it's like I'm big on production. Like I've worked in production for a while, and it's just like even seeing how you treat production people. People in fame, like they look at stagehands like and like
no,
don't
I
talk
was
to him.
cracking jokes.
Yeah, like and it's a real
I was
thing.
cracking
Like
jokes.
and I'm just like I'm like she's like a super professional like person. I'm like okay, she's really like this in each space. I'm like that's super. That's refreshing.
You got to, because you never. I think that's why I was able to get opportunities though, is through talking to people. And like we both here doing a job, bro. Like the sound guy, I forgot. Oh my, Eugene. I think his name was Eugene. Yo, like I'll never forget. He like told me the history of his name, how he got to New York, where his parents were from. I'm like, bet Eugene, we lit. Like we here. Like we're here. No, he was fire.
Yeah,
he was fire.
no, that trip was super dope.
I definitely did that. I definitely did.
Yeah,
we did a burn and turn.
Yo, for real. Like I was expecting to drive like something, but she was just like
drove the whole way.
Like, I got
drove there and back. But because when I'm like, I don't like. I mean, no shade. I'm sure you could do this. I'm not sure
we never been in the car.
Great driver. No,
we never been in the car together.
I heard you're a great driver, but I don't know. I don't like risking.
Just say you don't trust Nelson behind the wheel. You don't trust him behind the wheel. That's what it is.
I'll be honest. Only time I've ever been like a bad driver was like I went to Atlanta with Love one time, and like I was raised to like, if you're sitting shotgun, you can't go to sleep. You're supposed to help navigate. Yeah. So we're driving to Atlanta 9 hours, and I'm like trying to force myself to stay awake, but not realizing like, you gotta drive, help drive at some point. And it was like, he asked me to switch, and I'm like, fuck, like I can't.
You didn't go to sleep.
I didn't sleep.
You almost crashed the car.
He was
swerving
every 10 minutes. I'm like, I was like,
that should wake you up though. You heard that? Brrr.
Yeah, I was like, somebody get this.
Y'all was like, you good? You good? You good? I'm like, I'm good.
Nah, yeah, but that was super dope. And then
it was
like,
a good trip.
Yeah, I turned around. We did a quick turnaround. I went right into work. I want to say you hopped on a flight to Italy.
I hopped on the flight to Italy 2 days after. So I did get a chance to rest, but I was definitely like, she gone. Like, yeah, definitely.
How was that Italy trip?
Yeah, it was lit. It was beautiful. And I did a solo trip, y'all. So I went by myself to Sicily. And my grandfather's actually from Sicily. So that was definitely, it was amazing. I felt connected. I would say that, yeah. And I drove. I drove the coast of Sicily. So I went from I started in Palermo. That's where my family's from. And then I ended up driving the coast. I went to the other side for my birthday. I spent my birthday there. And I also celebrated 1 year in my business. So it was a whole full circle moment. But when I tell you, we talked about synchronicities before. Mm-hmm. But when I tell you, it was manifestation after manifestation. It was clockwork. Right, it was there was not even moments people are like, aren't you afraid you're solo traveling? And there was no time for me to be afraid because there was always some kind of reminder that I was supposed to be there. Mm-hmm. My first stop, I went to this mall, right? I checked the directory. There's a store called YAMA. And my business is called YAMASTAY. What? I was like, yo, what is the chance of this? It was crazy. Not only that, the kind of store it was. So when I started my mobile business for massage, I started off, I had to get I don't know, I guess revenue or money to help fund it. Mm-hmm. So I decided to do robes and pajamas. The store is literally a robe and pajama store. And I was like, yo, what?
That's fire.
That's crazy. Yeah, or there would be or I would be sitting in a restaurant and then randomly, I remember I'm sitting I'm literally outside just taking it all in, and this guy comes by and he's playing Bob Marley, and it me and my mom resonate for Bob Marley, and I'm like, yo, I'm dead ass supposed to be here. I call my mom I know you're asleep, but yo, listen to
playing Bob Marley right now.
They're playing our shit. Yeah, so it was just dope. It was a dope experience. I met beautiful people, and I would definitely recommend solo traveling if you can. Mm-hmm. It is something that I realized when I got back that I was like, damn, I don't feel like everybody could do this, but if you can, definitely do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
was that your first solo trip?
Well, I've done solo trips in the States, but that was my first time in Europe, and that was my first time, so that was the farthest I've ever gone by myself. Oh. And after that, I came home, and ain't nobody gonna tell me shit. I'm I can do anything.
You're invincible now.
Dog, what?
Absolutely.
Don't play.
What was your favorite food out there?
Oh my God, what wasn't my favorite food? You guys, I want to go back so bad. Honestly, yo, the oysters went crazy. The arancini, there's like this rice ball and it's got like ragu inside and it's fried. Yo, I probably ate that every single day. I had the pistachio croissants every morning. Like, y'all don't understand.
Nah, that sounds fire.
Yeah, that was next level.
Yeah, I was in Cape Town. I was eating calamari every.
Oh my! I
day,
had an
like
octopus salad that was fire too.
fresh calamari,
Oh yeah.
like $1.50, like half a pound.
Oh yeah.
Can't
Super
beat it.
cheap.
Can't beat it.
Super cheap.
Can't beat it.
Yeah.
What was like the music culture like out there?
Yo, thank you for asking. Oh my God. Okay, all right. So hear me out. So I get there, and of course, I'm like, my expectations, it was like everything I thought I knew about even just Italian culture in general is out the window, bro. Like, I'm thinking I'm about to hear a little Stramboni guy. When I tell you the beat of Sicily is like reggaeton,
Really?
dog, yo.
Really?
They have Italian reggaeton. They have Italian dembow, like what you would hear in the Dominican Republic. They have the rap is fire. Like, there's some real ass like rap artists coming out of Milan that are crazy, going nuts. Yo,
That's dope.
the music scene is crazy. I even met y'all call him my Bambino. He's like my little brother now, right? I was walking past this cafe and I heard like this reggaeton music. This is the first time I heard it. And I was like, yo, what? And I was like, what do these fools know about this? Like, what is this? So I go back to the cafe. It's this little young boy with these Cartier frames on. And he's like mixing up gelato and shit. I'm like, what do you know? I literally walk up to him like, I don't even know. I'm like, I don't care if he speaks English or not, but I walk up to him. I'm like, yo, what do you know? And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, I'm like, yo, what? I'm like, what are you playing? And he was like, oh, this is what was the artist? Dismay. Dismay is like one of the top like dembow reggaeton artists, but he's Italian, right? So he was like, yo, this is Dismay. And I'm like, yo, what? So I'm like Shazam and stuff. He's like showing me. And then he started just showing me music. And then after that, I was like, yo, you my boy. Then it was so crazy. It was like the next day, I go out for breakfast and he was like behind me in line. So I turn around and he's like, eh. And I'm like, ah. So we were just friends after that. Like, I talk to this boy like every day, like every single day.
That's cool as hell.
Every single day. Yo, they're fire. Yeah, we ended up, we went to McDonald's together. I was like, yo, I really want to go to McDonald's. He was like, yo, let's go to McDonald's. Anything I wanted to do, he was like, yo, let's go. We did like every all you can eat sushi because I was like tired of Italian food at one point. I was like, yo, I'm kind of tired of the pasta. He's like, you like sushi? I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. But yeah, the music is just crazy out there, y'all. Like, it's definitely an island. Like, Sicily definitely gives you island vibes. And I was like, yeah, this is home for sure.
That's awesome.
This is a vibe.
Yeah. Like, when I first started, like, really, like, getting back into music, like, just understanding, like, how much it meant to me. Like, that was partly when I came back to Buffalo. And she put me on the Bonobo.
I put you on the Bonobo, that's right.
She put me on this Bonobo. And I'm just like, yo, what is this? I'm like, this is
fire.
dope, but I've never heard this before. I'm
there's
like,
no words. He's a French DJ. He's just fire, like.
Yo, and I'm just like that made me always remember you.
Really?
I will always remember that.
I'm really happy about that.
Yo, so even when we were in the car to New York City, she's put me on the UK rap.
Oh yeah, UK rap.
And I'm just
now
like,
I gotta put you on the Italian.
Who'd you
rap
put him
now.
on to on UK rap?
UK rap. Who'd I put you? I think you knew some.
I knew
artists.
some of them. I know Nux, Central
Yeah.
C, and like the
So you knew
major
main
people.
ones, yeah.
Yeah, but it was just like it was refreshing to hear like good music. Like he's made the jokes of like yo, bro, you don't even listen to music no more. Like you don't listen to new music. Like,
Yeah.
and
He
I'm
doesn't
just
like
like
anything new ever.
Really?
It's been a while.
I want to, but it's
Yeah.
like it's just not hitting from my own person. Like Don Toliver, like
Oh yeah.
and it's just like other than that, and I'm just like I need something refreshing. But since you put me onto the UK stuff, I was like I've been looking up like just musicians, just like jazz musicians and stuff. It's a dude, Venna, a saxophonist.
Okay.
Fire, but he got a song with the dude Nux.
Okay.
Super fire track. I was gonna say,
Hell yeah.
I'm
about
gonna
to
send it
say,
to you.
why you ain't send
I was
that?
supposed to
He's
send it
like,
to you.
going on,
That's
like,
my
putting us
fault.
on-
That's my
putting us
fault.
on
I'm
everything.
definitely supposed to send
Return
it
the
to you.
favor. I'm putting you up.
No, for real. Like I'm
Just gonna hold
slacking.
out, like, okay.
I'm definitely slacking on that.
That's dope.
But it's like what so when you're DJing, like I know you definitely have that hip hop influence.
Yeah.
Do you do house and like type music
See,
stuff
this
too?
is the thing. This is what I realized when I was over in Europe, though. I was like, I really just want to be over here just doing music because no shade, but there's not a scene. I mean, there's a scene in different cities, of course, but like Buffalo doesn't have that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm finding myself able to be. There was only one time where I was able to have a little bit of creative freedom, but for the most part, like, I'm doing the same stuff and playing the same things for the same crowd. And even when I'm playing the same stuff, like, it's not even translated properly. Like, I could be playing reggae or I could be playing, like, Afrobeat, and it's still, y'all don't even know the dances. Like, what's going on? Like, what's going on here? But I don't know. I definitely want to do more, like, Toronto stuff. I definitely want to do Europe, though, for sure. Yeah.
Nah, that's definitely needed.
Because I love house music so much.
And I'm trying to think. I might have been at like a free music party, and
they're so good.
Party.
yeah, like y'all, I love them boys. Shout out to the free music party.
They're so good.
And it was just like, but we were at the house, and I hadn't DJ'd in a while, and like I stepped behind the joint, and I'm playing. I started just mixing a little. Nobody was behind there, so I just started mixing.
Yeah.
I probably did like maybe like a 20-minute set, and I look in the crowd. I see. I didn't know him at the time, but the dude came to me like, "Yo, bro, nah, like you killed that, like you DJ." And I'm like, nah, I used to. He's like, "Yo, can I try? Can I try? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, that's all you, bro."
Okay.
Meet him. He's doing this thing. I'm like, yo, bro. He's like, man, I might just really get back into this. And I'm like, okay. Like, what's your name? I'm DJ Jet.
Oh, it's Jet?
I'm like, oh, word.
Yo,
Like,
Jet is like my best friend.
That's fine.
He's like, I used to call him my son. But like, no, Jet is really like somebody I speak to literally every single day.
That's a dope dude.
Honestly though, if somebody ever reads our DMs, like, it's over, we're canceled. Yo, we be going in, yo, are you? We be wild. We be wild. We make fun of everybody. It's so funny. It's all good fun. But yeah.
Yeah, man. But it's just like, yeah. Reason I brought that up is because like they play house music. They play a little bit of everything, and it's just like, I'm like, yo, this is what's needed. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that diversity is lacking.
It used to be a lot more diverse, I would say, though. Like, when I was coming up, I feel like it definitely was a little bit more diverse. I don't know. I think just things are changing here. I think just in general in the United States, things are changing. But
for sure.
Things are definitely getting more simplified. People are definitely going with status quos. Like, as much as things are changing and as much as artistry is still being embraced, I feel like people are still a little bit afraid to break out of that mold a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, I noticed what the label said that they were checking like for more international artists. Like they're going to start focusing more on that.
Yeah,
just because the
Afrobeat
drill.
artists.
Yeah, just because the drill isn't cutting it. Like, yeah. Nobody wants their kids listening to that.
No.
Like we barely want to listen to it. But it's like,
we about to go down a rabbit hole again.
Nah, we don't really.
Because I'm just saying, because like I'm thinking like they want to go after the Afrobeat artists. They want to stay away from drill and like the violence, but they were the ones pushing and promoting the shit.
Yeah,
so it's like you pushed it and promoted it until people didn't want to do it anymore, and now you want to switch it up.
Yeah, that's how it goes. I think what was
it's like throwing the rock in high end, like
What Wiz say? Wiz was talking about how the labels like they know how to make $1 million like multi-million, but as far as getting it from the mud and making $1 million, like we do that the best. Yeah, and it's just like they don't understand how to keep that ball rolling. Right. So it's like I don't expect them to have that connection to people and music to just see how it's affecting everything.
Because I feel like with that one, I mean, you know, the power of music in general, the power of tones, the power of vibration, you know what I'm saying? It definitely, people get stuck on one channel and they can't get to other places. Like, there's a whole world out there. There's way more music than just this one little sector of music, you know? Yeah.
That's one thing I try to show my students. Like, I definitely, like, they be like, oh, can you play this? No. like I used to, but it's just like, nah, like I make sure I go out of my way to play older music and play music that I know you've never heard of before. Like you have to have diverse ears. Right. Like there's a whole different world that you've never seen that you can experience through these songs. Definitely. And it's just like my kids, a lot of our kids have very like turbulent home situations. Right. So I like, yo, this can be your escape.
It was for me growing up. Like, man, I always had my headphones on. That was,
absolutely. Like, and music has saved so many lives. I'm like, yo, like really understand how this can help you. And like during the summer, I did a math, music, and meditation class, and it was just like I'm just trying to show them the power of artists and music and how it can really shape your life.
For sure.
But it's super needed, super underrated.
Sure.
Do you feel like DJs get like, I don't say put in a box, but it's just like they want to hear people. The crowd wants to hear songs they know nowadays versus get introduced to new music. I saw the eye roll, so I know how you feel.
Yeah, but I feel like if you are an adequate DJ, you probably can mix in some of the new stuff. Like there's new music that I'm hearing, I'm like, oh, I can add that to that. Because there's a lot of newer music they're taking from older music or sampling, so you could kind of even show them the older shit that they got it from. You know what I'm saying? Like you could definitely do that kind of thing. But I think yes, people definitely want to just hear what they know, like the top 40 almost, or you know. And there's some venues that will literally like get on you if you're not. Like it's annoying as hell, but
yeah, it's disheartening.
Yeah. So I think unless you're in your own creative space, like unless you're like doing your YouTube thing or kind of getting on streaming and doing your own thing, I'm seeing a lot more DJs doing that. But I think that's a beautiful thing. I would love to do something like that.
Yeah, I was just about to ask if that's something you thought about doing.
Yeah, definitely. But you know what? I'm really trying to put my heart back into it. Like, I don't know if it's me getting older and I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore. But I do have my moments where I'm like, I don't want to DJ tonight, or like, I'm gonna turn that gig down, or you know, I don't know. I'm very good at so many different things that sometimes just tapping into that is like, okay, yes, this is my creative outlet, but it's hard for me to see it as like, do I want this to be my career? Do I want to just continue to do this for fun? Like, it's kind of just been something now that is like falling into my lap. Like now I have a business, you know, now I'm a mom, like, so it's like, where do I find that curve of still being relevant, still being cool, and still being able to like tap into a crowd? Because the crowd is getting younger and younger. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm like, damn, I still got it. Like, I don't even know, y'all. Like, and I mean, they tell me I do, so I'm like, I guess I do. But
nah, you still got it.
Okay, bet. Okay, bet.
Yeah, it's such like I DJ'd once at Milky's, and it was just like, I didn't realize how much people want to, like, people was rocking out. People were like, I got compliments still, but it was just like, I didn't realize how much people wanted to hear what they wanted to hear versus hearing good music.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm sure you had even experiences where it's just like and it's like they don't want to hear.
Although I had one party where I was just doing my shit. You hear me? Like, it was over at Marble and Rye. It was for a good friend of mine's birthday. And he was like, Yama, I know you got good music. Like, just play what you want. Because him and I are on the same kind of like me and you, right? So we're like, I'm just playing shit. I'm just grooving. People were like Shazamming. People were coming up to me like, yo, what is this? And I'm like,
that's a great feeling.
We got it. So that was cool, you know. But
that's fire.
Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like you might have to take a chance. It's cool to take chances. It's cool to take risks. You definitely got to know the vibe of people that are going to come to the venue, though. That definitely makes a difference, right? Like, okay, if I know young professionals are coming here, I know that's a different type of crowd. Or if I know people are just trying to have a good time, then I'm going to definitely put them on a new music, but I'm going to put them on to something that's still going to, you know, like, you know, mesh with them.
Absolutely.
You know?
Can you remember a time you like tried to play something or put like the crowd onto something and there was like a dud, like nobody was rocking with it?
Yeah,
and
definitely. And I had to like, I just had to transition back to that. Yeah, definitely.
Air horns.
For real, because I was like, oh, this is gonna get them. Crickets. And I was like, all right, didn't work here, but yeah.
No, it'd be like that. Different crowd, it'd go crazy.
Yes, definitely.
So, like, just through DJing, you've met a lot of people. Who could you say was one of your favorite, like, quote unquote celebrities that you've met, or like favorite people you've met just in your DJing career?
Favorite people I met? I don't know. I don't really know if I have one. I don't know if I really have one. Because everybody, like I said, I mean, not that they're not cool people, but everybody's very much like, I don't know. Not the people that I expected them to be. Actually, no. I did meet Talib. Kweli. Okay,
stick to your ribs.
I don't want to say
Lyrics
too much.
stick to your ribs.
I'm not a fan of Talib. I think he's like a hotep. That's
kind of the vibe that it got.
It's just like, bro, you got a couple songs, but it's just like, bro, you seem like you
I think he was like
nose
riding
in
on the
the air.
coattails of people. Like, I feel like he's an artist. He was like, but I don't know. As a person, he was nice. But I just remember like, I remember him not being so shiny. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, I pictured him to be like, I'm like, damn, you shit with Mos Def. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
you
saying?
thought-
Like,
you
you
thought he'd have a
been in
glow
the
to him?
spaces, bro. Like, you know, the
Yeah.
whole.
Ain't
And
had that
then I
glow.
saw him and I was like, oh, you're not so shiny. I guess, yeah. So it's like, I don't know. We like look up to these people. And I think I've just had so many letdowns of people that I've like, and that's only one of like the names I could just like name. But like, I don't know if I have a favorite person, honestly.
No, that's real.
Honestly, the coolest people be the crew. Like sound guys or like the, people that work at the venues. And I end up,
They understand.
Or the managers or
Yeah.
like, those are the people I usually mesh with is like the managers of the artist. Or like, you know what I'm saying? Usually we're on the same page.
No, yeah, because
Yeah.
they see it all, and it's like they're able to
Yes.
see past the lights.
And they're usually
Yeah.
real because
Yes.
they're working. I mean, not that the artist isn't working a real job too, but like the artist has to continue to put on this facade where the
Yeah.
manager is just that's their job,
And the manager is also connecting with other people that are behind the other
Right,
artists.
right.
So they really know, yeah.
Yeah.
They know the real deal.
Yeah, so
intricacies
I
of
usually
everything.
definitely click with just like staff. Staff is cool, man. Like, I don't know. They gonna know where all the parties at. They're just gonna have real conversations. They're gonna know where the food's at after the function. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, those be the ones.
Absolutely.
No shade to the artists, but
Nah, that's real.
I don't know. They be having complexes, bro.
For sure.
For a fact.
It's giving personality disorder, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Like,
It's giving delusion.
it's giving no, not too much else. It's giving delusional. It's giving delusion. And delusion's great. Delusion's great
the
to
beautiful-
a certain extent.
Yeah, to a certain
You have to
extent.
have an imagination as an artist.
gotta have an
And it's like the beauty in the art is being able to manifest from that delusion.
Yes.
But a lot of y'all are stuck in.
But it's
in
making them
that-
suck as people. Like, yo.
Nah, if you're an artist, be a good person. Like it'll get you somewhere.
It'll definitely get you somewhere.
So
And a lot of artists, their whole image and like swag is from another person, or like one of their friends that they hang around. That's when I started to realize that, like, damn, you not
like, oh,
Not
this is
even
crazy.
that.
Like,
That's-
oh, they got
you,
the sauce.
Yeah, you got the sauce from this guy over here,
Yeah.
and he's not the rapper. He's the so and so. You know.
Yeah. But that's another thing about that energy that I was just telling you about. When I was like, I've been in these spaces, but they've been so dim. You know what I'm saying? But if you really got it, you got, like, there's no denying you having it, right?
sure.
But that's gonna intimidate somebody that wants it and doesn't have it. Has to take from that and do their thing.
So you talked about being sensitive to energies and like being empathic.
Definitely.
Is that something you always like held dear, or was it something that you had to learn to like really like, no, this means something, like this feeling is something like I have to pay attention to? Did you ever like dismiss it?
No, I don't think I've never dismissed it. I don't think. But like my childhood wasn't the greatest, like it definitely was trauma filled. So I think kids that grow up having so much trauma, I feel like they have to become hyper aware of surroundings,
Facts.
hyper aware of people's motives, how people move, body language, all of that. You know what I'm saying? But I think that all played in tying in with like, I feel like me just naturally being empathic. Definitely.
Yeah. And just was like, as a guy, like I'm a Pisces, like I'm empathic, like I can feel a lot. So I have to be very, very aware of blocking things out.
Yeah.
And as a guy, like I can't be just fucking emotional all the time. Like I have to really put a line down. And it's just like being in the industry, like I didn't want to be in it for a very long time.
Yeah.
And it was just it just got to a point where I don't know if I can maintain my integrity and still operate in these spaces. But like it got to a point where it was just like, nah, this is something I love this more than I hate the negativity of it. So I really had to like honor that. I had to learn how to honor like that in my feelings and shit like that.
It definitely takes time to learn that. Like you said, like to walk the line, you know what I mean? Like of like, even for me, like I'm like, this shit is icky. Like I don't want no parts of this stuff. But like, but the people that, I mean, it's just like how my life has evolved and the people that I'm around. Like there's not really escaping it. I still have to be a part of things, and I've set the tone for my life that like this is now a part of what I do, and like It's always gonna be. And even when I was like on a hiatus, yo, like I took years off. I had my daughter, I took years off. I would go to a function like, Yama, when you gonna come back out? I'm like, damn, like y'all forget about me. Like, I went to the movies today and people were like, Yama, and I'm like, oh, I forgot I'm like a person. Like not a person, I'm like, I forgot, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
You be like kinda it.
Nah, if you got it, you got it.
You got it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where I feel like, well, like you talked about people like that light around them. And it's just like some people have it and some people don't. And it's just like whatever you do, that light's going to be with you while you do it.
Yeah.
So people, it attracts people.
Yeah.
And it's just something like, and that's like, we're super big on like divine timing and just like making sure like, yo, it will happen when it's happening. And it's like, yo, the success it's inevitable.
Yeah, I think the main part of it, even like you said, like treading the line and stuff, but like just being consistent. Anytime you're doing anything consistent, things are gonna come to it. You know what I'm saying? Like gonna come to you.
Absolutely.
So like I've been doing this DJ shit and like not really taking it serious. Like oh job. Like I've been doing it because I love it and it's fun and I'm great. I mean I've met so many people along the way, but like because I've been consistent with it, I feel like that's why things are just kind of falling to it, and I'm just getting opportunities and opportunities.
No, absolutely.
So I guess consistency is key.
Yeah, you got to put those 10,000 hours in, and plus. And plus.
Definitely.
Yeah, and it's just like it's magnetic, like in a way, and it's like you spoke on like the synchronicities manifesting. We had an interesting conversation in that car, the SOBs, and it was talking about how some spiritual people, like they'll talk all this deep stuff, but be like super broke.
Yeah.
But be like super broke. So like you can't really be that, like you can't really embody that information, embody that light if you can't even rub two pennies together, bro.
Right.
And it's like that's key. And it's just like in music industry, it's hard to really like truly like make that your main living. And you started your business, YAMASTAY. Yeah. And it provided a lot of that.
That's my bread and butter.
Word.
You know?
So can you tell us about your business?
Yeah. So I'm a massage therapist by day. But yeah, I'm actually coming up December 8th, it will be 7 years of me doing massage. Fire. So that's crazy. But I started my business during the pandemic. And for me, where people were like, losing jobs. I mean, I lost a job. I wasn't considered like essential. Even though I work in the healthcare field, I wasn't considered essential. So I had to create. Actually, I didn't have to create. I ended up. This is synchronicity, y'all. Let me go back. Let me backtrack, y'all. Okay. So before I graduated massage school, right, I created a business plan, and it was called YAMASTAY. And it was a mobile service, but I was only going to cater to pregnant women and postpartum and things like that because I had dealt with a pretty bad postpartum at the time while I was going through school. And I remember I had no job in 2020, fast forward. I get the pandemic's happening. And I was like, I remember I wrote a business plan and I go back in my PDF, all my files and everything. And I was like, damn, YAMASTAY was a thing. I should probably make this a thing. So I'm looking up LLCs. I'm looking up all this stuff. I'm like, yo, I could just do this shit. Get on Amazon. I just start ordering all my stuff. We were getting extra funds for, you know what I mean? Like we were getting extra funds from the government. So I'm like, yo, I'm about to flip this stimulus and do this, right? Stimmy. And that's what I did, yo. I ended up using my stimulus, ordering my table, my case. I remember I reached out to Buff State and they got me started with just the ball rolling with my business. So they created, had my LLC. I was able to open up my accounts. I was able to get my books together. And I just started creating. I literally just started creating. I hit up Love. Shout out to Love. She's my best friend. I love her. But for her, like she's also a crazy coder and like is really good with technology. And she's a graphic designer. Like she literally does it all. I love her so much.
The genius.
The genius. She's literally a genius. So I hit her. I'm like, yo, I gotta I'm about to start this business. Can you make me a logo? But had a logo like the next day. I was like, we're really doing this. Let's do it. So she created the logo, created the website for me, created the booking links for me. And I was like, let's go. And I literally just did it. I just started putting stuff on Instagram and was putting my price. My prices were trash. I could have made so much more money, but I didn't know what not that I didn't know what I was doing, but I was like, I was just kind of winging it. I had to make money. Like, I wasn't just going to sit around. So I just got the ball rolling. And then it was 3 years. And then I remember, my aunt, she ended up purchasing a property. I started my brick and mortar. Like, she helped me get that going. And I just celebrated 1 year. I'm making my brick and mortar, and I still got the mobile joint popping. Like, I mean, I don't do the mobile stuff no more, but I put in my years with that.
Congrats on 1 year though, for sure.
Thank you. But I have consistent clients, and that's just how I'm able to provide for my daughter, for myself. Like, it really is like turning up. I've got so many opportunities. I met so many incredible people. I've been in some crazy ass spaces too. I ain't gonna hold you. Like some spaces where I remember last year, I remember not feeling comfortable in these very wealthy, like around these super powerful, wealthy people, like spectrums of Buffalo that I didn't even know existed. Like some penthouses I didn't even know existed, or like Buffalo Club, and like, you know what I mean? Like these elite little places. I'm like, damn, this is a thing. But I remember last year not feeling comfortable in it. This year was different. This year I was like, oh yeah, I'm supposed
to be here.
Yeah, this makes sense. All right, y'all.
That's super fire.
This is me. And then it definitely has sparked, I think, even just the way that journey has gone has definitely sparked something inside of myself to like just help me get better and better every year.
Yeah. Nah, rightfully so. Because it's like, it's super dope when I see like from my generation, it's like you're doing all of these dope things.
And it's things that I love.
Things you love, and on top of that, like, you're a mom. Like
I'm a mom.
Like,
you're a mom.
You're a mom, and it's like dope. Like you have a dope child.
I still make the soccer practice. Oh yeah, my kid is definitely. Yeah.
No, she's definitely like super cool. Like shout out to Nas.
Shout out to Nas.
Shout out to Nas. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Nas.
It is just, so like your journey being a mom and like even like during pandemic and stuff like that, like creating your own thing. What was that like for you?
I'm not gonna lie, I loved it so much. I loved it so much. I was able to, I mean, at first it was scary, but I don't know, I'm a Scorpio dog. Like, I feel like our thing is just transformation.
Yeah.
So I'm always reinventing every year, but that moment of just like solitude for a hot second was fire to me. Like, I was truly able to create. I was really in my creative bag. I'm really, I mean, I feel like I am an artist, so I'm able to take nothing and turn it into something. And that's what I was able to do that whole pandemic. I mean, me and my daughter, we were like, I would do dance parties in the house. I made sure we would have little like DJ sessions. Now I just learned how to DJ a little bit, you know. She would do little freestyle battles and stuff. I just had time with her, really. So I really loved that. But I mean, when you have a kid, something in you, it's just like a hustler, like spirit, like especially when you're a mom, like you have to provide, like no matter what, you know what I mean? And I feel like that definitely fueled me, like seeing her every single day and being like, all right, we about to, I don't know what's happening in the world right now, but we about to be all right. Like we're going to be fine.
We about to hold this down.
Right. We're going to be just fine.
Yeah.
But I definitely had to make things creative, like whether it was, dance parties in the morning or, we make something new or, reorganizing her room or something cool.
Yeah. The greatest show that could have happened during like during the quarantine, like we briefly spoke on it like in the car on our trip, but it's like Jay Skis is her father. Yeah. It was just like the dad is a rapper, successful rapper. The mom's a successful DJ, and then they have a dope child.
She's fine. She's cooler than both of us.
Like that TV show, like or the vlog or something. Like, bro, that would have been so fun. Like, I'd have been like eating my popcorn, watching that all like quarantine. Like, bro, like
she would have been the star of the show.
Absolutely.
Nobody would even care about us after that. Like,
absolutely.
For real. There's still moments when Nas is around, nobody cares. But like, she definitely doesn't care what like. She knows what I do, and she knows it's cool. Like it is cool for her to like go to school and talk about it, and she definitely knows what her dad does, and like she's like in tune with that. But like she does not care how cool we are. Like she's
still mom and dad.
Yeah, we're not cool in her eyes. Like.
Because she's like, everything you do revolves around me, so I'm really the star.
Even me taking my trip, she was like, and you're not going to bring me? And I'm like, no, not this trip. No, she was like, but it's always me and you, Mom. Like, what are you doing? Like, yeah. She's dope, though.
Nah, that's super dope. Like, you have a beautiful family.
Thank you.
You want to jump into top 5?
Top 5. So you're a DJ. You
should do my homework.
So I'm gonna say, who are your top 5 favorite DJs, or top 5? I'm gonna switch it up. Top 5 DJs you studied when you were like working on your craft or like really getting familiar with it.
Okay, definitely. All right, so I'm gonna give Bonobo top. Okay, he's
Bonobo,
because I don't know. He just got me through so much. I don't know. His music, the way he was able to transcend music was just so important to me. And like, yeah, I could say like Grandmaster Flash or something, like, which he's on my list too. But like, I didn't grow up with that, so like, I will definitely say like Bonobo is gonna be at my top. He literally DJs with a symphony. Like, who does that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's fire.
Yeah. And then we got Diplo. I ain't gonna hold you. Diplo is my generation too. We got Diplo. Diplo was able to honestly turn Afrobeat into a thing. I mean, he definitely took from different, you know, he took from India, he took from Jamaica. He was able to really collab and make and put people on. So I got that. I do like Marshmello too. I do. I'm not gonna act like he's not influential or Skrillex. I'm not gonna act like Skrillex was that boy. Skrillex is actually still that boy. Have you heard that album, like the newest one?
No.
Y'all, I know this sounds crazy, but like that album is next level. And shout out to Jeff for even putting me onto that. Yo, it's next level. Like Skrillex is still that boy. I was like, damn, Skrillex is literally that boy still. And then that was 4.
Yeah,
I got
4.
one more. Who was my next? Honestly, my local DJ. I gotta put him on the list though. Cutler. Cutler is still probably one of the best DJs in Buffalo. Oh, but Derringer. Sorry. I'm gonna put them like happy.
Honorable mention.
Yeah,
5A, 5B.
Yeah, Derringer for sure.
That's super dope. And it's just like that craft is such an essential part of hip hop. And I feel like in order to us for to like really turn music like how we want it to sound, like DJs is the first line. Like, yo, let's get it together. Like good DJs unite.
And the community of DJ is next level. Like, I feel like it's not like how other people do music, like how rappers are kind of like either trying to fight to the top. Yo, DJs, like, community is so fire. Like, I remember I didn't have a laptop for so long, and I would literally be like, yo, Jay, can I borrow your laptop? Or like, I would like forget a power cord, and you can hit up any DJ and be like, yo, can I borrow a power cord? Like, see, I could hit C Perfect up right now and be like, yo, I need sound and I need lights. And he'd be like, YAMA, I got you. Like, he literally pulled up to a wedding one time, and the wedding was about to start. You hear me? Like, it was about to, I ain't have no lights. I was like, I promise these people lights and I don't got them. I hit up C Perfect. And they were doing the Buffalo Festival at the time too. And he was like, I got you, Yama. Yo, pulled up. Yo, the community is different. And a lot of times, like, we just trade stuff or something. I think I still got somebody power cord, like, just chilling. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I don't know. It's just, we all kind of trade things. We all kind of have each other's backs. It's never no beef. If I got a gig and I don't want to do it, I hit up another person I know will be, like, better in that gig. Or if I'm sick, like, I don't know. It's a dope ass community. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's dope.
So.
Yeah.
I remember DJ Wire was saying that when we had him on.
Oh, Wire, yeah.
Yeah, because do you remember like the Wiz situation when DJ wasn't playing his music or something, and Diz like Wiz like wild out on the DJ in the club.
No.
Like Wire was saying like within like the DJ community, like everybody was connected. Like yo, Wiz is out of line. We can't let that happen again. Da 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 da.
Yeah, and
so
we
I was
keep
like,
tabs.
that's dope.
We keep tabs on not only just artists, but we keep tabs on venues. So like, if I get there's even a forum that I'm in now too, where it's just women DJs that are coming up. And shout out to all the women. There's so many young ones that like are just new up and coming women DJs that are fire. Like I'm in a whole little forum in a group with them. But we talk shit. We definitely talk shit. But like we definitely like have each other's backs in there too. Like when I don't know, a venue's tripping on the music section, or like if people sometimes a little male domination can happen sometimes, and when we're trying to bring our equipment in or something like that, or people don't know we're the DJs and having that kind of expectation on us. But it's definitely just like a dope ass community to be a part of, male or female or however you identify yourself as. But like it's just a fire ass.
As it should.
Yeah.
As
community.
it should be.
Yeah.
So we can we're gonna jump back into our segments. We have a third eye segment. So we're gonna
do my homework for real.
No, we gonna line it up perfect for you. Okay. Line it up perfect for you. Okay. So when I was like, how old was I? I was 21, and like I'm just like understanding spirituality and like really getting my feet planted in just like a foundation. And I learned Reiki and pranic healing, and I didn't like you. We didn't meet people who were familiar with this. Like this is maybe 2012, 2013, and you were one of the few people who like were familiar with it, and we were able to have those conversations. So for people, and you've done Reiki, like you worked as a Reiki healer for a while. What is Reiki for people who don't know?
Okay, so Reiki actually means God's light. It's the Japanese word Rei, as in light, or God, and then Ki, as in light. So Reiki, God's light. And basically what you do with Reiki, and it's something, right? So like even though I don't practice anymore, it's something that once you learn, you can't turn off. Like it's for centuries almost, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's like when I learned it, it was just like you almost like, oh, we used to play games like as kids to like manipulate that energy. Like you kids, and it's
push
like
your fingers together really hard, or like spread them apart, or
yeah,
whatever.
or like they would like drag play with your fingers and then like pull the middle, and like you feel like something pull. It's like that's literally like Reiki. So like, and for any fans who interested in like rub your hands together really hard and then like hold them together. And then that warmness you feel in between your hands, and it's like a tension, push and pull.
Yeah.
Like that's the energy we were talking about. So it's nothing spooky. It's everybody has it.
Everybody can do it.
Sorry, like
Yeah.
you moved away from Reiki to do more of the massaging. What reasons did you move away from Reiki?
So for me, I would say, like I said, I'm a very empathic person, but I think when I first started Reiki and when I was learning, I definitely was getting counter transference. It's basically when, and this happens anywhere, people just don't know it, right? Or you know what? I'll give you an example. So when you're like I said, like if you walk into a room, right, and let's say you're having a bad day, and you walk into like a party, but you're having a bad day. You kind of can notice the shift. Or let's say you're having a great time and someone's having a bad day and they come in the room and you're like, damn, what's up with like...
Well, it's Killington over here.
Like, what's good with you? Like, you know what I mean? But that's counter transference. So now you're getting that person's bad day. So when I would work, sometimes I would be healing someone. And this is like when in my massage career, right? I would be working on someone. Let's say somebody had a headache. I would be working, I'd do Reiki on their head, do craniosacral thing. We'll get into that later. But like I would do like Reiki on their head or something like that. And I would literally get their headache. Like I would literally take on their pain, and it was like insane. And so I would try to like get out of it. I would try to keep doing it, try to keep doing the Reiki thing. And then I just wasn't doing the proper practices that I needed for myself to like cleanse myself from that energy until I learned like you get into different levels of Reiki. So then until I learned how to basically like there's one rule in Reiki and massage and healing, and it's you give nothing and you take nothing. So the whole time I was practicing, I was giving a part of myself or my energy to that person to heal that person, when I should have been tapping into like a higher power, a source energy to do that. I should have been meditating. That's all that means. Source, you know what I mean? I should have just had a clear mind, did my meditation, and then worked through that person. So it is a very taxing thing to do. I could be having any kind of day and then have any kind of client come on my table. And then I have to be mindful, and you know what I mean? It's a different type of situation. Massage is I could be a little bit more mindful, especially when they come in. I'm like, okay, what's going on with you? But now you're entering my space. You know what I mean? Like, I'm able to kind of navigate in that a little bit better than Reiki, I guess.
And it takes a lot of self-awareness.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of self-awareness. It's like, yo, where's this bad feeling? Like, oh, like you come home and it's like, I've had a bad day. And it's like, wait, I didn't have a bad day. Like,
I wasn't aware of it at the time. It's not like I was like, oh yeah, I got a headache from that. I would get in my car and be like, damn, my head hurts. And then I'd be like laying in bed. I'm like, yo, I'll take that person's headache on. Like, this is crazy. Like, what?
Like, I did not have any of these feelings prior to, but it's
how long
like,
did it take for you to start to realize it?
I had to talk with my teacher. I remember I had an amazing teacher. And I came to him one day after class and I was like, yo, student clinic is kicking my ass. And he was like, Reiki? And I was like, yeah, what's going on with that? Like, what? He was like, well, we did learn about countertransference, Keita. Like, we learned, this is a thing that you learn about in school. So he was like, we did talk about countertransference, Keita. It's transference and countertransference. Either you take it on from somebody else or somebody can take your bad day and you can put something on them, right? So he was like, maybe you're not, you're not being mindful when you're doing massage. Then I always have that in my mind. You give nothing, you take nothing. You give nothing, you take nothing. And I think it was probably just like, honestly, until I graduated, I was able to like master that. So it took some time to definitely, get into that.
No, that's
a thing.
Essential for sure. Did you ever see any like correlation between like your DJing and like that energy transference that you're meaning?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Could you give a little like insight to it? Because it's like I know it just like as from playing music for like my students. Like I'm not gonna play Waka Flocka, Gucci Man, and
you could.
and drill for my students. For my students,
we turned out all right.
they gonna be sitting on the desk like with their shirts off.
We were not all live, laugh, love.
No, that's real.
There's a balance
for sure.
But there's definitely. I feel like at the end of the day, I think the older I get, the more I'm realizing my purpose here. And I really, truly feel like I just am a healer. So whether I'm healing people with music or whether I'm healing people that get on my table, at the end, somebody's getting healed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still doing my divine purpose, I feel like. So definitely, you could tell the mood change when you're putting on certain types of vibrational music or different 808s that you're putting on. Like, it all is energy. Like,
absolutely. Overlooked, and it's just like when you're clearing out a party, you're not gonna play Pop Smoke at the very end.
My favorite thing to play, I used to play that song, That's Life. At the end of the party, I'm like, and the lights turn on, everybody's like, what the hell? And I'm like, that's life. Like, gotta get the hell up out of here.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
no, and it's essential. It's essential that like our kids and just like people in general just need to know like the power of vibrations, the power of that. And it's just like that Reiki energy, that's that light that's your vibe.
Even in Reiki, going back to Reiki though, so a lot of Reiki that I would do would be with binaural beats. So it's very good to just have headphones on and listen to those vibrational tones. So that way you can connect with different chakras in your body. So like as I'm working, you have your headphones on, like, and you could really tap into yourself, if that makes sense.
No, absolutely. Yeah. And it's just like somebody who's not familiar with chakras, you got it's like they correlate with different glands in the body. And it's just like that's where they like that energy is like radiating from. So it's nothing spooky.
I don't like spooky shit, so it's not spooky.
It's really it's a science. There is a science to it. It's just like a matter of have you been taught about it?
It's just Eastern medicine.
Absolutely.
We're taught Western medicine here, but it's Eastern medicine. That's really what it is.
For sure. Did you listen to Andre 3000's album?
Okay.
The Flute album?
Hear me out. I literally listen to massage music all day, every day. I mean, I have a dope playlist now of like artists that I found like that are great for massage. Okay. I can't get with flutes. I can't get with flutes, y'all. Like I can't do the flutes. Like y'all, I tried.
That's valid.
I tried. Hearing flutes, I can't. I would rather all my massage music is either soft piano, soft guitar, like.
So what does the flute do
I found
to
like
you?
Justice Dare. You know who Justice Dare is? Justice Dare does.
Oh yeah. He do the covers.
He does all these
a
like
lot of covers.
amazing covers with the guitar. Like that is good. I know the flutes. He's talking about high vibration. I understand. The flutes. I can't. I'm like, Andre, you could have picked any instrument in the world, and you picked my least favorite. You picked the flute, bro.
What is it about the flute though that you just can't get with?
No, it's just I can't. Even like, you know what it is? I think I'm traumatized. So like when I used to work in spaces where I couldn't pick the music, like when I used to work in spas or holistic center, whatever, like I couldn't pick the music, and there would always be flute music. It'd be like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And I'm just like 90 minutes of rubbing this person down and hearing like, yo, I don't know.
Yeah, that'll do it.
They're like, it's high vibrational. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not.
But that's super real though. Cause like,
and I love ambient music. I love ambient music. I literally listen to it all day, every day. You guys.
That's what I'm like. But that's some real stuff. Like people like, oh, you're this high vibration person. You're supposed to love flutes. I don't like flutes, man. I'm not rocking with the flute right now, man.
Nah, take the flute away.
It's okay. I don't have to like that.
Not a flute, not a clarinet. Wind is not my jam. I can't get with the wind, y'all. Like, nah, I'm good. Like,
nah, that's
drum,
real.
you can do anything. Not the flute. Yo, I'm like, yo, people gonna hate me for this.
So no.
I mean,
flute.
I didn't listen to it, and I'm not gonna listen to it. So
wow, that's crazy.
They can hate me for that too.
I ain't listened to the whole thing yet.
I stayed up so I can.
No, I'm not listening to it. It's over.
No, you can. I want your opinion now. Like, I'm like, don't give my opinion.
I just don't care to.
No,
I don't want to hear Andre play the flute. Yeah. Now, I mean, I'm not mad that he's doing it.
Like,
I want him to live his life how he wants to, but I'm just not gonna listen to it.
I like certain samples of flutes. Like, I definitely like, like with the mask off, like.
Yo, they said he played. That was him that played it.
Allegedly, no, that was Cat.
That was Cat.
He was joking.
I think they were trolling. They were trolling with that
trolling.
one, but yeah, I can't with the flute, y'all.
So no flutes, and as far as cities, no Cleveland.
You didn't even get on that.
What's wrong with Cleveland?
Keita's favorite thing. I'm like, hey, I'm hates all these things.
We had to do the top fives first, man. We had to throw in Cleveland.
What's wrong with Cleveland?
She'd have to tell the story. Like when I was living there, you know what I'm saying, my roommates hated Cleveland. Ray and Ferg, like them boys hated Cleveland, slandered Cleveland. I found an appreciation for it as I was leaving. You know what I'm saying? Like I still go back. I still enjoy it.
I hope nobody from Cleveland is watching this.
Oh shit! What's up, Cleveland? But
maybe they'll agree.
Why don't you like Cleveland?
Yo, it's so many reasons why. You listen, I got so many reasons why I don't rock with Cleveland. So many. All right. I ain't never tell you about. So I used to crump back in the day. But I remember it was just, I think we got stranded in Cleveland. You remember when they used to do like crump party, like, or battles and stuff? Yeah, I remember just piling in the car with a bunch of smelly dancer boys. And I remember we got stranded in Cleveland, and that was terrible. Second time I went to Cleveland, though, second time I went to Cleveland, I went to go see a band. We get there, it was raining, it was terrible. What was the band I went to go see? Oh, man. I can't even remember what band it was. Anyways, we get there. The show is canceled. Like, there's no show. And I think it was like a Monday. And on Mondays, things close at like 5 o'clock. I'm talking restaurants. They
everything
closed super early. So we couldn't even get food, yo. Like, it was insane. Damn. Like, couldn't have a sit down. I'm like, okay, we're going to make the best of it. We'll go shopping. We'll do whatever. Nothing was open. I'm like, yo, this is nuts. So then the last time I was like, I'm going to try Cleveland one more time. Go to Cleveland again. Go for Larry June. Love Larry June.
Good job.
Okay, the show. Good
Sock
job.
it to me.
Yes, like we could talk about Larry June all day. Yeah. But I had the greatest time. Went with my best friend. Had the greatest time. So we park outside of the venue, and at the time, this is another thing. I did not know Cleveland had a football team. I'm sorry. I didn't know y'all have a football team, but yeah. So I did not know Cleveland had a football team. But anyways, it was a game that day. We park on the street next to the venue. The venue was House of Blues. Mm-hmm. We park, okay. We go in the venue. Larry June. Every good job. We come out. The truck is gone. The car is gone. So I'm like, yo, what's going on here? Like, I'm thinking that either, like the car was stolen or like, I don't know. So there happened to be a Buffalo Wild Wings across the street. We go into the Wild Wings. We're like, hey, like, did you guys see like a Jeep? And they were like, oh yeah, it probably got towed. And we were like, what? Like, we only planned to go there for the concert and go home. Like, we weren't planning to stay. We weren't planning to do nothing. Like, and it was freezing cold. Yeah. So I'm like, yo, this is nuts. So we're waiting around. We're like, okay, who's the towing company? Like, where do we find a tow truck? They're like, oh, you're probably not going to find anything till the morning. So I finally find the company. The company's the automated thing comes on. They're like, yeah, come in the morning, this, and that. We're like, yo, this is nuts. Luckily, me and my friends, got a little coinage. So we were like, you know what? We're going to go to a hotel. We're going to make the best of this. There was a hotel down the street from where the car was parked. We ended up getting the nicest room. But then we didn't have no chargers because the chargers were in the car. So our phones are half dead. Like, I have to work in the morning. I'm like, this is insane. So we ended up having to get an Uber to CVS that's another thing. It was a CVS and it was 24 hours, but it was like 30 minutes away from Cleveland. Like, because all the other ones were not 24 hours. Everything was closed. So we had to take an Uber 30 minutes to get to the CVS. We ended up getting a charger. I think I got some underwear to change into. Luckily, we got merch at the show, hella merch. So I was like, I got a whole fit for tomorrow. We're good. But like, I'm like, yo, this is nuts. Got toothbrushes, got everything we needed. We tell the guy in the Uber, he's like, damn, this is crazy. Like, that's crazy. And so we end up going back to the hotel, went to sleep. The next day, we had to take another Uber to the tow place, got the car. Then first, they tried to tell us that the truck wasn't there. So we were tripping. We're like, yo, somebody took the truck. Like, it was insane. So then they were like, oh, no. It was literally an hour we waited. And they were like, no, we finally found it. We get the truck. And after that, I was like, fuck Cleveland. Like, I am never coming back to Cleveland.
I'd have been on the same type of time.
Yo, it's like every time I go, there's just something terrible. Like, I can't rock with Cleveland. I don't know what's going on with the place.
It's definitely a special place.
You not knowing they had a football team is hilarious.
Yo, never would have known.
Every sports team. Like,
never would have known. I'm not really a football person anyway. I've never even been to a Bills game, so don't tell me about, yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so I don't know nothing about nothing. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I don't know nothing about nothing.
Oh, yeah.
What do they call it? The
Browns.
Oh, the Browns?
Yeah. They were never good, though, so it doesn't even
See what
matter.
I'm saying?
They
Like,
haven't been good since like the 70s.
It's just like a place that's there. And you know what's so crazy? Like, the only reason why I used to think that I would like Cleveland is because of Kid Cudi. Remember that song?
From Shaker.
Yo, I used to be like, Cleveland is the reason I'm leaning. Like for what? No, Cleveland is not the reason. Cleveland is never the reason. There's never a reason for Cleveland. Like, and that's my Cleveland rant. I'm done. Like, it's terrible.
We just needed that.
You should have saw me on the way to New York. I was going in.
No, that's real. That's real though.
Terrible, man.
I went to Cleveland right before. I went to Cleveland when LeBron left. I left Cleveland when LeBron came black.
That's crazy that like LeBron was. That's crazy that team even exists there to me. Like, that's the only thing great about Cleveland, I guess.
It's one of the best. Yeah,
that's nuts.
The King returned.
That's nuts.
Yeah. So before we wrap up, what are some things? First, like, tell us, like, if somebody wanted to book an appointment with you, how would they do that?
Oh yeah.
Where can they find you?
Yeah.
And anything else that you would like to tell?
Yeah, I'll slide that in there. So if you want to book an appointment, we definitely do only appointments. We don't do walk-ins or same-day appointments. But you go to YAMASTAYMassageBuffalo.com, and that's how you find me. And then I have other therapists that are incredible. We just started up with our facials. So I have an esthetician now that's taking appointments with facials. She does all types of things. She does like from European facials to glow. She even does bellies for women that are pregnant, which is really beautiful.
That's dope.
But yeah, that's how you book.
Absolutely.
YAMASTAYMassageBuffalo.com.
How do I book DJ YAMA?
Oh, and then if you want to, this is crazy, yeah. So if you want to book DJ YAMA, honestly, you can Instagram me. I ain't gonna hold you. Just shoot me a little IG. But my email is bookingdjyamamama@gmail.com. Super long, but yeah, that's it.
Super fire.
Yeah.
Any parting words?
Don't go to Cleveland.
Avoid Cleveland.
No. But no, I always tell everybody to be good. Anytime I leave my friends, I'm like, I love you, be good. I always just tell people to be good. Just be good, bro. Like, damn. Be great. Just be great.
Just be good.
No, just be good.
Great. You know what I'm saying?
Be a good person. Just be good in general. So be good.
Right. Nah, we appreciate you coming to sit down with us.
Thank you.
This was definitely fun.
Thank you.
You got anything else now?
Nah, man. Once again, it's easily one of my favorites.
Thanks,
like
man.
one of my favorite people. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm happy we made this a thing.
For sure.
Yeah.
We definitely gotta have that. We gotta come back so we can talk deeper in music and stuff like that too.
Damn. And the third eyes and things.
Oh yeah. whatever the wind blows.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Thank you guys.
No
Of
doubt.
course. No label the pod. We out.
Peace.
It was lit. Thanks, y'all.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yo, people gonna be in the chat like. Fuck Cleveland. My mom's from Cleveland.